Injuries have dealt with there. Here's Algier again, and he got decked.
Yeah, I mean, he was part of those good Detroit.
You're going to get Harris to come out of the middle.
So the Washington Commanders finally did it. Well, sorta. As all free agency long Washington Commanders fans have been waiting for the team to address the safety position, especially after letting Jeremy Chinn walk in free agency. Well, this move isn't Javon Holland, this move isn't Talanoa Hufanga. This guy is still pretty good. The Washington Commanders just inked a deal with Will Hurst to become their new safety for about 2 seasons. He was recently with the New Orleans Saints, but before that he was with the Detroit Lions for the bulk of his career. And after doing a little bit of homework, this guy may be an upgrade over Jeremy Chinn. Let's talk about it. What's good, y'all? It's your man Juangotti here. Before we get into today's video, I want to ask you guys do me a favor and subscribe to my fitness channel as I'm documenting my journey from fat to fit. Link down below in the description. Now look, y'all, I know a lot of people been wanting Washington to sign every single big name or give this long-term contract or big money contract to this player, and we haven't necessarily did it outside of Javon Kinlaw and trading for Laramie Thompson. But if you genuinely thought the Washington Commanders were going to go into next season with Quan Martin and Percy Butler as their starting safeties, you seriously have to question, what the hell were you thinking? Of course, it's not a super big name. It's not somebody that we gave this whole bunch of money to, but it is somebody that can come in and be an upgrade over Jeremy Chinn after letting him walk to Las Vegas. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like I followed Will Hurst his whole career or know an endless about him. I do know he picked off Carson Wentz a couple seasons ago, but when you first turn on the film for Will Hurst, the first thing that you can notice is this guy is not afraid to tackle. He comes down and lay the boom. Did you see the hit he put on Tyler Algier and CD Lamb in the back of the end zone? So I think this bodes well for us, Slim, since we gonna have to be chasing around Saquon Barkley, and you know nobody really trying to tackle, bruh, but Will Hurst is. And according to a lot of these stat pages out here, he has way better coverage and skills than Jeremy Chinn. And that's the thing that a lot of y'all were saying out there is Jeremy Chinn cannot cover. He's slow on the back, and especially a lot of the older fans in the fan base saying Jeremy Chinn need to come down, play a little bit by the box, or we need a rangy, super free safety / strong safety. Well, this guy could potentially be it. So according to D_right_1, shout out to him, on your screen now you will see a comparison between 2024 Will Hurst and Jeremy Chinn. So Will Hurst is at the top. In 2024 he had a completion percentage of 65.8 and yards per completion of 11.6, 0 touchdowns, 1 interceptions, 79.4 rating. Jeremy Chinn had 73.6% and had 11.8 yards per completion. He gave up 7 touchdowns and 1 interception and a 131.2 rating. And I ain't even trying to jazz this move like it's just this blockbuster signing, but clearly and statistically he's way better than Jeremy Chinn, especially when it comes to coverage. And again, do I need to read off the stats? And you guys could probably go down in the comment section right now and be like, oh yeah, Juan, I vividly remember Jeremy Chinn getting torched in coverage, but I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't know it was this bad. 7 touchdowns he gave up, and he had a completion percentage of 73.6 and averaged 11.8 yards per reception. Now again, he is a safety, so 9 times out of 10, Jeremy Chinn, when he got the pass completed on him, it was down the field. So I ain't gonna like overlook that fact. But more of the story, Will Hurst was way better in coverage, and we got Will Hurst for $8 million per season less than Jeremy Chinn. The Raiders are paying Jeremy Chinn $16 million per year, while we're paying Will $8 million and getting significantly better production. Hey, you can't beat that. And obviously Adam Peters found another gem of signing that people are going to eventually like, but in the beginning obviously be like, who is that? Why did we sign him? Why didn't we sign Javon Holland? Why didn't we sign Talanoa Hufanga? We really signed this guy? Watch, he's probably gonna be one of the few guys that y'all like from this free agency pool. And New Orleans Saints fans love Will Hurst for the time that he was there.
There's one player that the New Orleans Saints can't let walk away this offseason. It has to be safety Will Harris.
Now this past year, remember, the Saints started off really good. That defense was amazing before their season just fell off the rails, and Will Hurst was a big part of that. As he was flying around, making tackles, making plays on the ball. He was really good in that Saints secondary, and they genuinely wanted him back, but they eventually just let him walk in free agency, and now he's here in Washington. And this type of signing tells me that the Washington Commanders organization structure is so perfect right now. What do I mean by that is, you look at the Javon Kinlaw signing, and you look at the Deebo Samuel signing. Who do they have ties to? Obviously, Adam Peters. Now you look at the Will Hurst signing, who spent 5 years in Detroit with Lance Newmark, and he reunites with his former teammate Marshawn Lattimore. I say that to say we're trying to get guys that we know that can hoop, that can ball, that pretty much nobody really is talking about or they are having on their radar. So trust the process and trust what this regime is building. Again, I'd much rather have us all in on one player than have it divided where one player is brought in because this coach or this front office personnel feels like this player is good and the other one don't really know who he is. I love the familiarity, man. I'm telling you, Slim, just stay down. Just trust AP, man. And it ain't like we ain't try to get these guys that are big name like a Javon Holland or somebody like that. We were in bidding wars. We were in talks with a lot of these popular names and big contract guys, but they simply either wanted too much that we weren't willing to pay, or another team jumped to it before us. And even with some of our own guys, like we offered Dante Fowler $10 million a year. He didn't want it. Like, what more do you want from Adam Peters? He got to move on and find other guys that actually want to play for the Commanders. And another thing about this move too is that he's very versatile, if I haven't already said that enough. He can play in the nickel position, in the cornerback. He can play both safety positions. He's very rangy, very fast, has great coverage and skills, and again, is not afraid to hit. So I know these receivers across the middle gonna hate to see him coming because he's going to smack them and put them in the yard, man. And it's always a good feeling, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but anytime I see us pick up a player and their former team is upset or mad that they lost him and wish they would have kept him, that lets us know we're getting a gem. And this same feeling was happening last year where we were signing a bunch of guys that were not big name, but look what they eventually did for us the next season. So again, Will Hurst is here in Washington on a 2-year deal, $8 million per year. And again, he's not a big name, but I promise you, he's one of the guys that's going to hoop in this secondary next year. And before we get up out of here, we do got to talk about how the Washington Commanders just re-signed running back Jeremy McNichols to a 1-year deal. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, bro. I did not expect Jeremy McNichols to be back, especially how the season ended for him. I definitely thought he was going to be gone, but now he's added back to the running back room with Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson. And I still think we need more. Like, I genuinely feel like we're going to go into the draft and we get a running back. If we don't, I am going to be disappointed about that because there is a severe upgrade that needs to happen to that position. And what are we going to have? 4 running backs? Well, theoretically, we don't have to keep Jeremy McNichols. He could get cut. Like, none of these guys have to stay here because they're all in the final years of their deal, the whole running back room. But it is a little bit odd that he is back and they view him highly because you also then got Chris Rodriguez, who you brought back on a tender deal. So I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see how we view this running back room. But similar to the cornerback room, maybe they think this running back room is fine. And I really hope not, because unlike the cornerback room, I think it's fine there. I just think you need more depth at that position on defense in the cornerback room. But the running back room, I genuinely think you need a severe upgrade and game changer in that backfield. So hopefully, we go into the draft and find that and still have that as a priority and don't think the running back room is fine the way it is. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. We signed Will Hurst to a 2-year deal, safety, formerly of the New Orleans Saints and Detroit Lions. Let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment section. I know it's not a big name, but all I'm going to say is I'm trusting Adam Peters. We brought back Jeremy McNichols as well. As always, me and Boy Juan Guy, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Love each and every one of y'all. Want to order 9,000 subscribers, so please help me get that as soon as possible. Thank you so much. You have a blessed, stay safe, be easy out there. Peace.
Ballin' like I'm D-Sean, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a line.